Calling the meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So, a nice thing also, this is Oswaldo. He is Columbia County MIS, and we are finally going on live stream with Google Meet, and there's already people looking at it, he said. They are also able to do the proper transcript that our clerk, Kim Minkowski, needed. So we are moving forward a little bit. And it's right up live on YouTube, and it will be there on YouTube also. So thank you, Oswaldo, working with us, and thank God the county opened up enough that you guys can come up,
Yep.
you know, and take care of all this. All right. You got everything? Okay. I need a motion to amend and adopt the agenda. I need to add J for the building department. Needs a New York State program for their devices. And they got a great price of $396 instead of the $2,000 that it would have cost us. So that would be letter J. And then on B, on old business, there was a typo, and it's supposed to be $75,100 instead of the $17,500.
Yeah.
But it's okay, Ken, it's okay. All right,
75,100?
75,100, yes. Those bids that we opened up last month.
Yeah.
Just trying to save money, right, Ken?
No. John almost had a heart attack, he came in to warn us.
But, which is good, but thanks, John, for that.
I saw it too this morning.
You tried, but it's okay, Kim, trying to
I was
save
hoping
money.
you were right.
Okay, any other amendments? I don't believe so. So I need a motion to adopt those amendments to the agenda, please.
I make a motion that we accept the agenda as adopted, as amended.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? So carried. Motion to amend and accept the minutes from the March 23rd to May 3rd, 2021 minutes. Did you have?
I had two things. So, on the March 23rd meeting, there was a resolution and, it was made after, the executive session. So I wanted to add two things, is one that, Patsy Leader took notes, for that special meeting, for myself that I was absent, so I'll write like a note on the bottom of that. And also, that, we're gonna include this motion and, you know, make sure that, because this was regarding the, our CPA, Robert Patterson, who is now retained to assess, audit, and provide assistance for the accounting and payroll processes. So I want to make sure that that was put in there properly. So that's one. And number two was the May 3rd meeting, after I had, you know, sent it to all the town board meeting members. Councilwoman Hogan sent me a statement that she wished that I would send, or put it in the minutes. And I said, I didn't say there was no, I just told her there was no problem.
All right, I just wanted to modify the minutes to reflect the letter that I read to the others on the board, requesting that we look into allegations made by recently departed employees, supervisor leader.
So I'll write that right in like you had wrote it, in the email, Sally?
Sure,
Okay,
thank you.
so that's all I had for, unless you guys had something else.
So can I please have a motion to accept the minutes then?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Motion to authorize budget transfer appropriations, if any, and we don't have any. Motion to pay audit vendors claim, please, May bills, A fund total $20,781.53. B fund total $1,441.93. DB fund, $14,382.52. May I please have a motion to accept the May bills?
I'll make the motion.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
So carried. Motion to direct all correspondence, and the list is attached. So we had a couple correspondings, this month. So you need to read them? Okay, all right. May I have that motion?
Make a motion that we accept all correspondence.
Second,
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Public presentation, we have none. Motion for committee and departmental, reports. Just real quick, the school coalition had to cancel, so I have one next week, for that. And also in the Dewey landfill, they have a great webpage now that you might wanna look into, about Thunder Creek, and they're working very hard on that. And it looks like that we can they're moving forward with CAG on that. We had a CAG meeting, and, that is a very good thing if you wanna look in. I know Ed, you'll probably be interested in that and so forth. And they have another meeting coming up shortly. We haven't been able to meet in person. Barbara, that used to work for the Register Arena, that remember the reporter, she did a great webpage and so forth about the Dewey landfill. So if you're interested in that, I think you should check it out, okay? Any others, John?
I have like a personnel thing, so I don't know if you wanna talk about it.
That's
Executive
executive
session.
session, okay.
Wait until then.
Anybody else for committees or anything? Okay. No, so Barbara was supposed to come, and so was, but Tom, would you have him? That would have been him too?
I didn't, I just put Barbara.
Okay. She hasn't come yet, but there's been a lot of stuff going on. Our summer program is almost at capacity. We were able to get enough, counselors. And they took their CPR class, and they also took their, they're going in for the background check now. And it looks really promising. We have, I believe, 105 kids signed up already, which is a good program. We usually average about 130. So, it's moving right along, and, I'm really happy about it. It's going really very well. Also, the park got inspected, John, and we passed with flying colors.
Nice.
So, thank you for all
Thank
your
you.
hard work over there.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. The bathrooms, Lee Norton's been keeping up on them, has no issues there. He's been doing a great job. The other thing, that's on the agenda, isn't it?
What's
That's
that?
Soccer.
Yes.
Okay, so, I see, okay. So, but our summer program for the kids, it looks, like we will go ahead and really move forward. I also had, Barbara wanted to bring up about our Memorial Day Parade. We had over 800 spectators and participants in a great parade. It was short, but it was very good. We did what we had to do, and we got a lot of commendations. Today, the Grand at Barnwell, had a Sammy Gamello Day. He's 99 years old, and he's been a 75 member of the American Legion, the oldest in the area, and I think in the state. So they made it today, Sammy Gamello Day, and we were very proud to have him at our parade also, and so was the family. I wish I had those genes of that family, I'll tell you that much, because he read his certificate, and we were so surprised that they spelled Gamello right. So, I mean, you have, at 99, that's pretty good. Also, we are now proud to present from Senator Daphne Jordan. We are a Purple Heart town. I have 2 Purple Hearts that just blew me away that we got that day, from the Legion, from residents here. And I'm already starting to look into if we can get them to the families that are owed to them. They haven't been able, most of them are deceased. But this will be hung very proudly that we are now a Purple Heart town, along with the village of Valatia and the village of Kinderhook. We all got one, and it was a very nice moment, and as we all were proud to receive that. And also receive the Purple Hearts. I mean, I know Barbara wanted to report that, if she shows up, then we can report more about that. But other than that, that's it.
Just want to announce the rec.
Yeah, but here, Councilman here. Phil Bickerton,
Yeah, but he will be here to, for the working group at the next one, the rec committee meeting.
okay. Oh, yeah, rec committee is having a public meeting here on 6:30 on Wednesday, the 9th, in the gym regarding the State Farm, land use. And that will be also with the disc golf and so forth. So, they're gonna be talking about that, and that's gonna be in the gym. Mark Lynon set that date. And I believe Tim, is gonna be representing the town at that one. I have county, meeting. I'll get out of the county, you can go to county. So, all right.
Go too.
Councilman Bickerton needs creating the solar farm amendment. We have 2 people that are interested in that forum. And, as soon as if he comes, but if not, we'll talk about that with him. There's 2 people that want to be on that committee besides, planning and zoning, representatives from those departments. Okay, summer program, and then public comment, limited 3 minutes. So public comment, raise your hand, ladies before gentlemen, I'm sorry, Ed.
So I have a couple, I'll just go through them to get them out on the floor. At the agenda for the April 5th meeting, under new business, item E was the bounce check fee. That was tabled. At the May meeting, it was not taken up, and that was because it was said that it had not been resolved. It's not on the agenda for tonight, so.
Because Andy could not be here with us tonight and he's had some personal issues, so he's not here to.
All right, so that's a continuing.
It's gonna continue, right? Yes, thank you.
Okay, also at the May 5th meeting, the board approved the creation of the position of a confidential administrative assistant for the supervisor. There's been no action recorded hiring such a person to fill that position and at what salary. So is there somebody filling that position at this point?
Yeah, and do we?
And how is that hiring being managed?
You didn't put it on the agenda, it's your hiring.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you're designating, it's not technically a hiring, but you're designating.
Right.
But according to New York State town law,
I will be glad to put that, we can amend that on that agenda now or no, or,
well, the thing is, according to New York State town law, while the supervisor designates, it is up to the town board to determine I think it's called a fair salary, and it's the town board that sets, the compensation for that position, and then it becomes a charge to the town. And as I said, that's not shown
It's
up.
an Andy Howard question.
that's definitely an Andy Howard question,
Right.
personnel and so forth. I'll have to ask Andy, yeah, all that. Could you take
Put it on
note
for
of
next
that?
month.
Huh?
Put it on the-
Yeah, but we have to, yeah, and I won't be able to talk to him till next week, to be honest with you.
Okay, also, at the May 5th meeting, there was a listing of the correspondence received, many of which had to do with the solar law.
Mhm.
And that day, there was a public hearing as part of that town board meeting. So there are at least 2 people that I've spoken with who submitted written comments, and they are not included on that list. So I'd like to ask that the board publish the complete list of the written comments submitted as part of the public hearing record. And then people can look at that list. There may be more than those 2 that I know of. And if their comments have not been made part of the public record, then they can take steps to rectify that situation.
Can you let me know who those people are? so I can go through,
well,
privately, we do it privately.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Just because I'm.
Cause she gets all those
Thought
correspondence,
I had
yeah.
everybody.
Well, you had actually acknowledged to one of the people at the meeting that you had received her letter.
Oh, I did, okay, but it wasn't on there, Joan Quilty?
Yes.
Yeah, it should be on there.
I mean, it could have been that it came in after.
But I will definitely put that for,
Type
because it was definitely a good comments.
Yeah, but I mean, I think people should have an opportunity if somehow more things, fell by the wayside, that they can say, oh, wait, my name isn't here, and then rectify the situation.
Great, yeah, so, yeah.
So, and just a suggestion, again, the minutes of May 5th, because the
I'm writing this
local,
all down, Meg.
okay.
You're like a teacher that I'm getting a grade D here.
Yeah, right?
Thank you, I appreciate
Sit in
it.
the corner.
The local law was identified as local law number 1, amending the solar
Right.
requirements, okay, but it did not pass.
Right,
So as the minutes point out, the numbering had to change.
right, and I reflected that in the
Right.
minutes too.
But I would suggest that rather than say, if the solar law passes, it will be known as local law 5,
Right,
because you don't know if in the interim, there's gonna be another local law.
yeah, that's true.
And usually what they recommend is that if you're going to have a proposed local law, you do it as proposed local law X
Right.
until such a time as,
We've never had this many local laws.
Yeah.
No, that was like, yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
it was
most,
fine.
as long as I've been on the board.
But it's great to, think ahead, and I didn't know how to word it myself, so. I just wanted it to be known in the minutes
Oh,
going
yeah, yeah.
20 years from now, what happened to number 1?
well, yeah, because from what I read, Department of State gets very, very upset. if-
They sent it back to me.
Yeah.
I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So, and just to be clear, for the March 23rd meeting, you mentioned that there was a resolution.
Yeah,
There was an appointment, so there was action taken at that meeting.
right, so that will have to be reflected in the amendment as well. And then I'm gonna resubmit that, once I make all these amendments to the website and actually has the official copy.
Right, and then that is definitely the only action that was taken at that meeting.
Right,
Okay.
Ed, you had your hand up?
Yes, I did. Well, one thing I think we shouldn't miss is Patsy Leader's participation with other supervisors in the county, standing up against Shepherd's Run, which takes away your options with respect to land use, and in so doing, takes away mine and our right to govern land use. So Patsy, thank you for that vote. It was unanimous.
Yes, it was.
That means that Patsy voted for it. You count them up.
Yeah.
With respect to that issue, you're gonna hear me about it again. I don't think I've ever seen quite such a blatant anti-farmer action, and do we all eat, right? Do we gain from lands that are farmable, that are tillable? Yeah, we do, right? And I think that should come first. And with respect to that and the solar law, I think things are all, very frankly, that group, or whatever the group's gonna be, I think is going backwards. How about we deal with conservation first, right? We're jumping right over that, right? And we're talking about erecting solar panels without talking about conservation? You kidding me? That's not the way it's supposed to work. Think of all the work that Bob Thorsey did for the school district and all the monies he saved taxpayers by making lighting, et cetera, more efficient in that building, okay? So I think that whole effort should be redirected Not that it shouldn't occur at some point, but I think we gotta start talking about conservation. And to that end, I encourage everybody to become, no offense, better educated with respect to all climate change issues, because it's complicated, and that's the problem. It's so complicated that people usually throw up their hands and say, this is too difficult to make a decision. Well, you're our representative, so, lay it on you folks, and us too, we as citizens, as part of our job, to be informed. Anyway, Patsy, again, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for the opportunity.
I did a lot of PR beforehand, so it worked very well. Excuse me, Barbara, you come on, I just come on in.
Oh, thank you, I'm sorry.
You're fine, you're fine.
Well, do you want to finish public comments, then we can go to Barbara? Are we done with public
Yeah,
comments?
no, I just wanted her to sit down. I wanted her to come
Oh,
and sit
okay.
down.
Oh,
Instead of standing by the back of the room. Any other public comments in the room? Okay. So can I go back to Barbara? I did tell them that you have the 12 counselors and you can go on and tell them, I forgot all the other numbers, 12 councils, I knew that.
Yes, well, first of all, we got our permit today,
Yep,
so
I
we're
just told
we're all
John.
set. Yes, so that's wonderful, our paperwork's in order. We have a physical site inspection at the end of the month, just to make sure.
Oh, okay,
everything's in
that was,
order.
all right, sorry,
Yeah.
John. End of the month.
Yeah, our capacity for the permit was 130 children at the camp, and right now I have registration forms for 112. So
Oh,
we're getting
very
very, very close to being full. Yeah. So we have our director, who is Bob Hanna, who has been with us a couple of years
Yeah.
before. And that seemed to be important to some of the parents. They were asking if he was coming back. He does a great job at running the program. He has an assistant director, 2 head counselors who are more college age young ladies, and then 12 teen counselors that'll work with the children. So that really gives us about a ratio of about 1 to 9. The New York State asks us to have a ratio with children of 1 counselor for every 12 campers. Right now, they're saying 1 to 10 is really a better number for safety, because there's a lot of eyes that have to be kept on the children as they're moving around and interacting. So we're meeting that, which is great. Last week we did the CPR and first aid courses, so they're all ready to go that way. And we're just finishing up some of the other background checks and things like that. We constantly will keep up with COVID as those rules and regulations continue to change. But for right now, we will when children arrive, they will have their temperatures checked. They will have to answer the 4 questions of, if they've been exposed and so on. Their parents will drop them off without getting out of the cars is the plan. So we're still trying to keep some distance between the general public and the children, just for the sake of safety. So all those things are being worked out at this point.
Unfortunately, they've changed. I think we've gotten stacks of changes already from the state with camp and summer programs for everything. So we're just trying to, every day we make sure we're right there and getting it done the proper way. So,
Barbara, are they gonna make the kids wear masks?
That's the question of the year.
Yeah.
We will, right now, the way we're planning as of today, as of this moment, is in the pavilion area with the arts and crafts table, when the children in closer proximity, although it's outside, they're still close. So we're gonna ask them in those areas to wear their masks. We're hoping when they get out in the field and they're spread out, that we'll be able to allow them to take the masks off, but still we're judging that. We're checking with the counselors to make sure most of our counselors are vaccinated and the adults are vaccinated, but the children still are not. So, the goal is to keep the children safe, to let them have fun, and a good time without spreading anything else. They spread enough stuff, in the summertime.
well, we've got very good news. New York State CDC just got a report today that we are only 1.4% away from being fully operation. That means fully opened. So let's keep the numbers down and so forth. And this county's doing very good on numbers and so forth, so, but let's just hope we keep it that way. And I also reported about the great job, I wanna thank you that you did on the parade. I know it was a different one, than we've had before, but it really worked out good, and I wanna thank you. It was one of our biggest spectators that we ever had at a parade, and it meant a lot getting the Purple Heart for the town and the Purple Hearts for these people, and having the veterans here, and it was about them. So I wanna say thank you to you for all the hard work that you did, and the hard work that you're doing for Summer Playground, so, thank you very
Thank
much.
you. And if I can throw out one more kind of a shout out to the Santa Claus Club, who's giving us the 10 scholarships for
Yep.
kids to come to camp, as well as the village.
The
Who's
village.
giving us,
Nice.
yes, Village
Yeah.
Galatia.
Yeah, they-
So, and I think right now I have 8 or 9 who've already applied for them. So there are children out there in need, so I'm glad, I'd say thank you to all of you for making that happen.
Working very well, thank you.
And Santa Claus. Forget him.
Can you show up for the kids? Okay. Old business, solar law is still being tabled. We're gonna have that committee being formed. I believe Phil is trying to get that together by the next week or so, and that they can start working on that whole thing. We'll keep everybody updated as much as we can. The highway bid for the garage floor was $75,100, right, John? So that bid has been awarded to, DeBrinos, okay? New business.
Need to make a
We have
motion.
to make a
Don't need to
motion.
make a motion, please, sorry.
I'd like to make a motion that we accept the bid from DeBrinos for the highway floor.
Second,
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
So carried. New business, fall soccer, I got in touch with, Joe McCollin that runs it and, his wife, and they are gonna go on ahead and do fall soccer. There was a couple stipulations that they need to look at. One was, making sure we can get somebody to do the fields. And, I think they were gonna talk to you, John, I don't know if they have about the nets yet. Did Lee talk to you?
I've spoken to nobody, what about them?
The soccer nets that they were either by the, barn, aren't they?
Yes, we moved them over there during the COVID thing, and they kept moving them around, so we had to cable them.
Oh, is that what, okay,
So we can't get to them until you decided that
okay,
that part of it was gonna go, and on top of that, we had to get some garbage cans wherever they're gonna be, because we have the adults, going
Right.
over there and leaving all kinds of.
oh, it was
secrets
terrible,
and
I
beer
know,
Bottles and all that kind of stuff,
clothes,
you know.
everything. So that doesn't start till September, so they're gonna put out a flyer about it through the school and so forth, and do an email, and they're still gonna run it, and, what we usually do, we do we get 30% of that for the town, but they're gonna take care of everything except for we have to take care of the Lee Norton, to line the fields and, the bathrooms, to make sure the bathrooms, and he has agreed to do so at the same rate that he's getting, so. Which is good, so, furthermore, as soon as that gets closer, but we're gonna go on with soccer, so, which is usually hundreds of kids that sign up for that, so. And they're organizing the whole thing. They did it a couple years ago. Last year, we didn't have it, of course. But the program for 2021 to October will be great. So I got the guidelines, registration, they do the coaches, they do the T-shirts, the preparations, everything. We have to do the lines in the field and the bathrooms. And we also carry the insurance for it. So, well, I think it's great. The kids are looking forward to it. I know my granddaughter is, so, which is good. So, I need a motion to appoint Kevin Habeline as building inspector at $15K per year. He's very energetic and very smart, and has taught this program at COOC, down in Hudson for many years.
Questar.
What is it, how do you say?
At Questar.
Was it Questar?
Questar.
I'll put one of them.
I'll make the motion to appoint Kevin Haberlin.
Second,
I'll second.
all in favor? So carried. appoint Sean Casey for the rec commission for the Valasia team, expires 12/31/25. I need a motion,
I'll make that motion.
need a second,
I'll second.
all in favor? Aye,
Aye.
so carried. Reappoint Walt Simonson to, no, Meyer, I'm looking at him, that's why, to the ZBA,
I'll make the motion.
second,
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
We had a request to, speed reduction request for Old Post Road. It was a letter to us.
Which one? There's.
I was gonna say which one, yeah.
Hold
Is it the
on.
one by Lindenwall or the one
Yeah.
in,
No,
going from 9H to
9H.
to Kinderhook?
9H to Kinderhook, that one there by the trail park. Here it is.
Isn't, was that
It's
35?
45, right?
What?
Isn't it 45 right
It's
now?
35.
I think it's 45.
It's 40?
45, I think.
Well, they
Oh,
wrote-
okay.
You wrote the letter, didn't you? I was just gonna say, do you want, go ahead, because, I have it right here, Joyce, I'm sorry. But it's 35.
It's 40 right now.
Oh, it's 40, you want it down to
Requesting
35.
35 if possible. I think I say letter, we've lived there since what,
94.
1994. And obviously, there's been a lot of development since then. The field behind us was a cornfield. I think
Right.
McDonald's may had just opened, so there's nothing else on 9H. And we have a front row seat. We live right next door to Miranda's, so we're
Right.
right there
Okay.
off of 9H. So we have a front row seat to the traffic that comes through constantly, because it's a great, it's like a, it's an access from 21 over to 9H. And a lot of traffic doesn't even go to the traffic light, they prefer to come to try to access at the end of Old Post Road, because they probably think it's quicker, which not always true.
Oh, the traffic.
Yeah, he'll be charged
It's
and
a
I get
shortcut from the
hung up
village.
every time.
So, and Bishop Nelson has been 30 miles per hour for years. I'm not too sure how that got reduced, way back when. So we were hoping maybe at least 35. The traffic just comes flying off of 9H and just flies right up the road. And also from the other direction, it comes around the corner very fast.
I had a sign put on that was, a police sign, slow down. I had,
Yeah,
Sheriff
it's a very,
Bartlett
there's
put that on.
all kinds of traffic on there. There's tractor trailers, there's dump trucks, there's a constant flow, if there's construction going on up off of 21 someplace, it's a constant flow, like all day long of very, very heavy traffic and just, from the school. Plus there's walkers out there, there's bicyclists, so we were just hoping, maybe 35, it probably won't make any difference.
There was a
but-
recent pull down too, right? Was
Pardon
there a pull down?
Yeah, right across from our house, back the end of the
That's
road, and then somebody
all.
actually took down the pole across from our road, when was it, a couple of months ago?
Yeah.
And took out our mailbox, which ended up in the woods someplace, but, it's just, we've just seen it's a huge increase just because of the development on 9H, pretty much is what it is, basically, there's a lot of access over there, so. we're just
I
maybe a little-
called both law enforcement agencies, state police and sheriff's department, and I've asked them to please try to, slow it down over that way. I've had issues over there at the lower end of it,
Yeah,
of your road, numerous times. And I had Dave Bartlett put a sign up to slow
yeah, I
down.
remember it was up there.
Remember, yeah, so I had that.
Yeah.
So I don't know what we can do, John, what do you think?
Well,
Well, we
we can call up Columbia County.
Right.
I have to call, I have
Once you
a,
strip it, you're gonna get a traffic count on it, and once you get the traffic count on it, then you have information to apply to the state, but basically, in the end, it's up to the state.
Right,
I think we should
understand
put in that recommendation though, for sure. Do
I
that.
have another one coming across my desk, and I called today, Columbia County, and he's out of town till Wednesday, so when he calls me on Wednesday, I'm putting this one in also, I already had that on my desk for it to be done.
What is that one for?
The other one is for 32, over by Rep Road, the end of Rep Road where the new solar farm, all of 32, it's a county route. So the guy wants to call me because it's Kinderhook and North Chatham. But I also have, I don't know how many people signed the petition for that. But there's a petition on my desk, that they went around and signed it, they wrote a letter. And so I talked to the county today about it. Unfortunately, he's out of town till Wednesday. He's gonna call me back, and then we are going to submit it to put it in. Debbie, did you get a petition to slow down traffic by your house on
Yes.
32? Did you sign it?
I signed
Good,
it, yes.
because I try to,
Fly.
They've been flying around there for years too. It's the same thing. People, I mean, everywhere you go, people just love to go fast and speed. I don't care where you are. You could be at a dead end and they're driving like nuts. So I think that we can start curving it around. Like I said, the county's gonna call me Wednesday, John. I'll let you know what he says.
Yeah, the engineering department's the one I call, and they'll come out and put the strip up, it's up for like a week or two, and then you get a actual day-by-day breakdown of how many cars per
Right.
day. So you guys can have that information as far as the week goes, what days were the busiest, what weren't, and then that information will probably help with the state. But
I'll have them do
Does it go
that
by
too.
time,
in the
John,
past-
too?
Yeah, well, yeah, it shows, you know. the
So
work-
morning traffic might
Yeah.
be,
Right,
So they'll be able to give you that information, you'll be able to look at it and, you know, submit it to the state, but the state's usually opposed to, we had a tough time on McCag, we had a tough time
Oh, that
on
was
Maple
tough.
Lane,
yeah.
you know.
Everywhere.
And you
Everywhere.
barely got 5 miles an hour there, but it was almost a year-long
You
process.
ask for a 30-mile speed limit, they give you 30.
we did take
Right,
Maple Lane.
usually you go lower.
You ask for a lower speed limit.
You
than they
usually
got.
go lower, and then they'll go, okay, we did, I mean, look at 9, what they did there. So we wanted 35 through a lot more than just what they did. So they did from Keegan Road by you, Old Post,
That's
up to
another
Maple
story.
Lane Nursery. So they stop people there, but then it's 55, so when they coming down, they just keep doing the 55.
Anything that's
So-
not posted by state laws, like developments and what have you, that you didn't do any of that work for legally are 55 miles an hour.
Right,
Right.
right, right. So if you want, or I'll call the county and ask them for that counter.
It's, yeah, you go to the engineering department, I think Audie's still working there,
Yep,
you know, she's down there with somebody else, and they usually, if it ain't out, you'll get it, and then you'll need a little bit of help reading, you know,
Right.
like all the paperwork that comes in, because it's a little confusing, but they'll have those times, and I think having that and submitting it with your request goes along with
Right.
just saying, hey, here's what's going on.
No, I
They see
agree.
it,
Yeah,
they see the
so what we'll
times
do,
and all
we'll
that.
ask for that, and when the both places, when the one calls me out of the area, and then when the engineer calls me, the head of the department,
The problem
call me
is
Wednesday.
The problem is the cars today aren't like they were 30 years
Only
ago.
in two.
You went down the road, the thing was running so loud, you scared yourself. Today, the cars are so quiet, that you don't realize how fast they're going, and everybody is.
Not the ones that come by us.
There's a lot more traffic here than there's been in the last 3 years, to be honest with you. It's been a lot more the last year, actually.
do we have to make any kind of motion, to,
No, but what we will do
We
is,
just need to-
you know,
You could
we'll,
just accept it though.
we
make
can
a motion
accept
to
it, we'll
accept it.
look into that and do that,
yeah, make a
you know,
motion to look into,
the speed reduction
Speed
on Old
reduction.
Post and on County Route 32.
yep,
Debbie made the motion, I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
You could hear them coming, it was pretty scary.
Okay, I need to change the July meeting being July 4th. It's celebrated on July 5th this year, so it'll be on July 12th. Need a motion for that, please?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
a second,
All in favor?
aye,
So carried. Need a motion for the town clerk computer. Do you want to report on that one? How you blew it up?
With all those minutes I'm doing. It's actually not my computer, it's our deputy's. She's got probably the oldest computer in the town of Kinderhook. And she really, would really need a good working computer, so we've looked into it, and ITS has, told us exactly what we need, and BAS, which is my software program. So we'll just get a good machine, and hopefully it'll last. This one's not warranted at all, it's been off for like quite a few
I
years.
think it's Windows 5.
We've been milking it.
do we have to, but I think we have to, because it's over $200, we have to approve that,
You'll-
the purchase.
Yeah,
Right,
So,
that's what we're
yeah,
doing.
yep,
Yeah,
well, we're not sure how much it'll be at this point, but I just want the approval to get one.
so,
To
and
purchase, you
I'll
know,
make the
to
motion.
look into it and.
Timmy makes the motion.
Okay.
Second?
I'll second,
All in favor?
aye,
So carried.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, LED lights, Phil's not here, but we are going forward to the rest of the lights in the Niverville area. I went around with them and counted all the light posts because they're not LED and so forth. I think we have 83 or 82 lights to change in the district outside. That's one of our biggest electric bills, is that lighting district, and this should cut it down. We should be able to save it. We postponed it. So, they contacted Phil, and unfortunately, he's not here to report it, but we need to get it going because the grant will be unavailable shortly, so we
So you need
wanted
a
to
motion
move.
for that?
I need a motion to go ahead and do that.
I'll make the motion to approve the conversion to LED lights. I think it's gonna save us $1,000 a year, about 30% of the bill.
If not more, right?
It's good.
So,
I need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So carry. Ed, yes, I see you throwing a hand.
With respect to lighting, just like so many other issues, it's more complicated than you think. Great LED lights, but you want dark skies compliant fixtures. Okay, you want full cutoff fixtures, otherwise the light spreads where you don't want it, and if it spreads where you don't want it,
Yeah.
you're wasting energy. So I hope somebody's on top of that. That's not the first time I've brought this up.
Downward lighting,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
Downward lighting?
Yeah, you want
Downward.
full cutoff. Right, yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah, I know, Phil and I, we talked to the people that, National Grid that is doing that for us and so forth. So I'm pretty sure that was written into that,
Okay, good.
you know, mostly on all the other lights we did too. Well, hopefully we're saving. So approval for the Ichabod Crane Boys Basketball to use the court over at Volunteers Park. Dave Delahunt and a couple of other coaches has asked for approval on the basketball court. They run 2 nights a week, a league over there, so, and they can't use it in the gym, over at the high school, so or there's nothing there to play on over it right now because of the construction, so they asked if we can have, they can use the basketball court, so I need a motion to approve that.
I make a motion that we allow the Ichabod Crane boys basketball program to use our courts at the town park.
And second,
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
Building department approval for, their software, which is $396 yearly. We're saving quite a bit of money to use on all their, tablets and so forth. On the computer, you can use up to 5 devices, I should say, on there. So, I would like a motion that we give them permission to, get that program. They're starting classes on Friday, actually.
And now we won't need the paperwork, right?
The books cost, you have to
$1,100 a
buy
year,
$1,100 a year, and, that's crazy, so. And this is only 396, so I need a motion,
I'll make that motion.
second,
I'll second.
so carry, all in favor, so carry. Any more public comments?
Just a question, when the minutes of March 23rd and the amended minutes of May 5th have been completed, will they be posted on the website as
May
amended?
3rd.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately, there was a fire tonight in our building department. Representative was gonna, code enforcer was going to give his, committee report and so forth. But there was a big fire and that's where he is now. So he texted me early and says, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make it, so. Hope everybody got out okay, but, so just wanted to let you know. Any other public? Yes, Bill?
Well, this would be for Phil, who's not here, but all of you can know. In the village of Kinderhook, they passed a resolution to subscribe to a community solar farm for the municipal electrical. You're talking about savings, the LED lights are great, but there's also savings available through community solar So I would recommend, I'll give Phil information on the one they use, and he can pass it on to everybody, and you can look into, there are a number of different companies. The one they use is Nextamp, which is a very well-respected company, and they, there's giving them a 10% discount on their first, on their electric utility bills, and they cover lighting, outside lighting, as well as buildings, so, and the electric charging station.
All your electric use, right?
Yeah.
And about a 10% savings.
Yep. So I can give that to Phil, so he can,
Yes.
Yeah,
and I'll
Yeah, please.
send it out to everybody here.
yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Board comments?
It's nice that you all came out in this scorching hot day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Of course.
All right, medias?
Medias?
Yeah.
Medias.
Medias.
Hey, that's.
That's
Yeah,
different.
I know, that's good.
It is a plus, we
Who are
appreciate it.
the Purple Heart? I mean, I know you're a Purple Heart community, but who do you?
Yes, I have their names are on the back. This one I've already contacted family and hopefully we can find out. It's a Cord Rothamel. And this one here is Warren Burnett, and I think we are we're looking, we're getting there, all right? We'll put it that way. So we are looking into them. They give it to the families, if not, they're displayed here on the town until we can do so, so. Media question? Okay. All right, it looks like we have to go into executive session, so I need a
I'll
motion.
make a motion to go into executive session.
Second?
Second.
Okay. All right, thank you very much. We'll let you know on your road, on Old Post, by the way.
Oh, it'll take 6 months.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.